Briggs and Stratton. This is 4 3/4 horsepower weed eater. I worked on one almost identical to this not that long ago. The problem is it just doesn't start. I know it's a cable. It works, but it seems to be a little loose up top, so we're going to have to fix that too. There's gas in it. Not that much, but a little bit. Oil is perfectly level and has the right color to it, so it looks like it's freshly changed. The plug also is pretty clean. Looks like the only thing that's on is just a little bit of dust on the top of it, and the bottom looks perfectly normal. So I think it's just been sitting for a long time. So I put a little bit of starting fluid in the plug hole, gave it a pull earlier. It turned over, and so yeah, so it looks like we have a carb cleaning. 5/16. Oh wow. That looks brand new. That's a welcome surprise. I see this a lot. People will put away their machines for the winter. Some years, at least here, you will still have to mow maybe once a month. Maybe not so much in December or in January, but definitely still in November and definitely in February. That could also mainly just be for the fact that in the fall time you're trying to pick up leaves, so you don't really need to mow your grass, but your lawnmower is a pretty good way to mulch them up. Which, that's a different video, but... Two different types of bolts in there, so someone's been in here before. Anyway, so I think someone had put this on way, didn't put the non-ethanol fuel in there, or run it out, and we now have a carburetor that needs to be cleaned. Spring looks normal. Yeah, I think it's just that. They tried doing the normal stuff. They thought maybe they put filter, new plug, oil, it'll be good, but nope. Well, that's interesting. There's a gasket here, but then there's a gasket on here too. It looks like this gasket was kind of epoxied over. It's weird. Why would you epoxy that gasket on there? You know what? This might not even need anything like a cleaning. This just kind of looks like the little hole in there needs to be cleaned out. And I might have gotten all this stuff out for nothing. Oh yeah, that was plugged up. Okay. You know what? Let's do an uninterrupted view of this. You can see my back a little bit, so bear in mind. I'm still gonna, because there's fuel in there, and this is water, by the way. I washed it off. It was pretty dirty. These are little mini vice grips. I'm gonna use to clamp the hose because there's no shut off on these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the bowl nut off. You see the gasoline pouring out now. At least you hope it's gasoline. Smells like gasoline. Doesn't even smell like bad gasoline. Might have just been water in this. Oh, the bowl's not even that tight. This part's always a little messy, but kind of the nature of it, I guess. You should be wearing gloves. I should be wearing gloves too, but especially you. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is definitely water in there. And the typical ethanol fuel problems. Let's look at this bolt nut. So we're going to do one long uninterrupted view. Because I'm not going to lie, when I first started doing these videos, that was kind of my plan, was to have one long uninterrupted view, just so you can kind of see how long it takes for certain things, and not everything requires, a full takedown of everything. So I wiped that out. That looks pretty good, actually. So the bowl nut, the bowl is nice and dry and clean. The air compressor set to it, either 80 or 100. But I'm going to hold down the flow just to make sure it doesn't fly off. I'm going to blow through these little ports. Make sure I hear air. And I see air. Looks like all is good. Okay. Next, I'm going to take, let's see here. Let's take this glass. Let's undo the fuel line. Redo it. Kind of stop it. Kind of wash it through. What I'm looking for now is water. Water's heavier than gas, so you'll see it accumulate on the bottom. I don't see anything now. Wow, yes, it has a little bit of age to it. It's not that bad. Enough for them to run for a few minutes too. Okay. What else? Give this a final wipe down. Put the bowl nut on. Just a brass wire brush. Just gonna clean the top of it a little bit. Put the gasket on and put the bowl nut through so you can kind of see it. This is kind of the hard part. The gasket, which is still on the carb, isn't on the carb. It'd be a lot harder, but luckily it got to stay when we took it off. It usually does, but if it doesn't, be prepared for a little extra work. That's finger tight. Now let's ratchet it down. Get that done. another reason why I know someone's been here is not only is there 2 gaskets, which is usually an attempt to kind of help it seal, the third one, that's usually right here, is gone. So, that's not good. I mean, it's not horrible, don't get me wrong. It's not going to impede anything. Actually, let's take that off now. Fuel line's still good. See if anything is leaking. So far, so good. Nothing wet. I think we're pretty good. Of course, there very well might not be enough fuel in there to even fill up the bowl all the way. I'm going to set this to 1. It can't be too tight. There we go. Okay, now let's press down here. Okay, I see fuel. Perfect. What I'm doing is when I press that, I should see raw fuel come up through the emulsion tube. If you don't, just stop what you're doing now. Because you'll put it down, nothing will happen. Obviously, if there was, a filter or something that's needed, it's changed, we would be changing it right now, but that one literally looks like it's never been used. Plug, the same thing. Most of the time a plug will always end up working. There's a couple times obviously it won't, but most of the time, even if it's old, it will still run. So what I like to do is I like to get the fuel system going, get it running, so at least know that's okay. Let it run for 5-10 minutes. Maybe mow something. And then change the oil and the plug. Filter, no. The filter, that's something I would consider part of the fuel system. So that will mess it up if you don't have a new one. But the oil and the plug, that's really not going to mess up anything too major, as long as there is oil in there and it's not, rainbow showers of metal. So, let's put this off to the side. In a true fashion of uninterrupted videos, let's put this off to the side. We're going to put you down so you can see this a little easier. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm going to give it one more prime, even though it should have more enough fuel. I'm going to take off my little block so it doesn't inhale it. That's right. Break something up with that. Okay. Well, there you have it. I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing I would say I would want to do is get a zip tie to kind of help move that cable. Kind of move it out of place. I'll move you up so you can see. Position it in a way so it's not going to be in the way of the bag. I'm going to remove this. This even looks like a new cable. And I think this person that had it before was just trying to anything they can do to get it to run, and just didn't run. There we go. Okay. Right now I'm just putting the Z-band on the cable into the... Okay, so the first one I'm going to put up is towards the top here. Okay, I'll bang it back there. The next one I'm going to put is down probably here. So you don't want the cable to move once it's down here, because this is where you put the bag on and off, and that's going to be a giant pain. Pretty good. The only other thing that I want to do now is adjust the tension on this. Can't really tell if I did anything. There we go. Now I do. Let's give it a prime and see what happens now. Okay, well, I think that is pretty good. I'm going to cut the ends off those zip ties to clean it up a little bit. I already looked at the blade. It's perfect. Even looks like it might be a new blade. So, I'm going to clean it. Don't need to wash that. And I will go ahead and get this ready to go. Well, hope you like this uninterrupted view of how to clean out a bowl nut on a Briggs and Stratton. It's not too hard, but it's definitely something that can save yourself a lot of time. We've been doing this for a total of 17 minutes and 32 seconds, so not too bad. Okay, see everyone later. Thanks for watching. Keep on commenting below and definitely subscribe. Bye.